All right, this activity is going to be found under Buying a Car Activity. We're going to go ahead and open this up. What this is going to do is give us the step-by-step process on what I want you to do. In this activity, we're going to be kind of researching a car. Whatever car you want, I'm not going to be specific, say you have to do a specific car. So this is a new car, so whatever car you're interested in, whether it's a really expensive car or a really cheap car, doesn't matter. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to KBB, and KBB looks something like this, Kelley Blue Book, and it's a good place to do some comparables and kind of give us a price range. And the nice thing about this one, it actually gives us links to local dealerships that have that particular vehicle. Maybe not necessarily the color we want, but at least can kind of give us an idea of that information. So let's kind of head back here real quick. So we're going to click and we're going to open up KBB. You can see the link there. And what we're going to do is we're going to click on price for new and used vehicle. So we click right here on there. And what that's going to do is going to bring up the next page here where it's going to allow us to search for a specific vehicle. So what they do is they anticipate, maybe a vehicle that I might like. I guess if one of those is one you like, you can click on them. $90,000 for a Suburban at Gordy Boucher. I don't think so, but we're gonna scroll down. We can also look at styles of vehicles, so we can actually choose on, let's say we want a truck. Be aware that these are the ones that are high most of the time recommended. We can also shop by make. So if there's a specific brand that you're looking for, you can actually come down here. The one that I think is easiest to use is we can actually look for new vehicles up here. And something you're going to see, so 2021, 2022, and forward is what we consider new vehicles. You'll notice that there's 2024 and 2023, and they're not here yet, but those are potential vehicles. Some manufacturers are putting out pre-orders for cars, so you could potentially look at what those pre-orders are at some of the dealerships around us. But we're just going to stick with 2022. We'll go ahead and we're going to click on, let's say Ford. And let's go ahead and find a vehicle. So we'll just choose Escape, small SUV. And then you'll notice that it's going to give me a zip code. It's kind of interpreting where our internet is. So I just like to change it to our local so that we can kind of get some local dealerships versus buying or getting some from other dealerships. So we're going to go ahead and click next there. That's going to scan through. While it's doing that, I'm just going to go back real quick. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to type in the information that I just put in there. So I chose Ford. I put Escape in. Oop, if I do it right, manufacturer, Ford. So manufacturer and make are both the same with Ford. And then Escape. And then I did a 2022. Okay. So we'll choose a dealership from what comes up. So let's go back. Still loading. Oop. And what I do. I hit something. All right, so let's go to quickly do it again. Ford, Escape, 588, and hit enter. All right, well, I had to pause it there because it kept freezing up on me. So I went and got it set up and we're starting again. So after I've clicked on the information that I put in there, so my 2222 Ford Escape and then our zip code here, it kind of brought us to this page here. So at the top here, it just kind of gives a review, and it's somebody who just recently bought it, and they're giving you the pros and cons that they think about it. Now, is it beneficial? Yeah, sure, it's beneficial to read somebody else's review. But as we scroll down here, we're going to find more information about it. So consumer rating, so this is, however many people have submitted reviews for that. But as we go down, we're going to start to find some information about that by looking at those things. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to go and we're going to take a look at it. So you can see here where it says see cars for sale. I'm going to click on that. And then what that's going to do is it's going to bring up some local escapes that are for sale at different dealerships. And you can kind of see the dealerships here. Middleton Ford is a big one. It's really close to us. And you can kind of compare some prices. So here, if we're looking for one, we can actually look at some of the ones that are available and look at some of the prices and kind of find a price range that we may like or may not like. We can look at each one of those and see what the benefits of those are as far as what features are on them and so on. So I'm just going to choose the first one here. I'm going to click on that. And what that's going to do is it's going to bring me to a little bit more detailed page as far as what's on it and such. We can look at all the different pictures. It's going to tell me a little bit about here. We can see the amount of miles that are on it, the color that it is, the interior color, the size engine that it's on there, what type of transmission, that's all-wheel drive. Kind of gives me some basic mileage, what it is in the city versus the highway. And so on. So let's go back to our sheet here real quick. What do we need to know? So our dealer invoice. So when we're looking for our dealer invoice, we can search through here. And if you remember, I talked about dealer invoice being the cost that they are offering the vehicle for. So Middleton Ford is offering this particular vehicle for $30,091. So that is my invoice. So I would type that here. 30,091. The MSRP, you'll notice, was right underneath it. So the MSRP is 31,530. So we can type that in here, 31,530, if I remember that right. And then what we're going to do is we're going to look for some incentives. So we're going to go to price breakdowns. So if we scroll down here, after we've kind of looked around a little bit, they kind of give you some financing things here. But if we scroll down to the bottom here, you'll see price breakdowns and offers. We click on that. What that's going to do is it's going to give us some information about what's happening as far as discounts that the dealer is offering and what manufacturer is offering. You can see here the dealer is taking $439 off of it, mainly because they probably want to sell it. They want to get rid of it off their lot. It is getting, in the sense, it's probably been a lot for a couple weeks or so, so they're looking to sell it. So that is a potential price that we can bring that down. So a dealer offer would be $439, but you can also see that they have $1,000 off. That's a manufacturer offer, which can provide a little bit more. And in some cases, whichever vehicle you choose, if you click on there, it's going to actually give you more potential offers that happen. Maybe a lower interest rate or free interest rate, or maybe if you qualify for military loans, or if you're a student, you might get discounts. So there's some other options that you might find. So once we put those down, we can go ahead and we're going to calculate out what the cost of the holdback is from the dealer cost, kind of give us a representation of that. Calculate up the reasonable offer. To do that, you're just going to multiply 1.04 times the dealer cost. That'll give you an idea of where you should be at as far as offer. Calculate out your cost for a vehicle, including sales tax. So how much is it going to cost you if you were to purchase this vehicle, including sales tax? So Wisconsin sales tax is 5.5%. That we multiply that times the total cost. We add that to that, and that'll give us our total price. And then figure out what it is if you were going to buy this vehicle. How much would 20% be down? Calculate that out. You're not sure how to do that? You're going to multiply the whole cost by 0.2. That'll give you the percentage. You subtract that from the thing. That would be your cost afterwards, after you put the 20% down. And the last thing I want you to do is do a Google search for an online calculator from a bank maybe, and figure out what your monthly fee would be. So how much are you going to pay per month if you were to get a loan for that amount of money? How much would that be? And you can kind of give an idea of what that's going to be. So that is the lab. That's not too difficult. Go ahead and give it your best shot, and we'll take a look at it on Tuesday when I get back.